Hello everyone. Meet Barnaby, a molar who is currently having a very stuck kind of day. Have you ever noticed how food suddenly starts acting like it has a VIP pass to the space between your teeth? It is annoying, sure, but what is actually happening under the surface is a high-stakes game of biological territory. To understand this, we need to meet Dr. Orb, our guide to the microscopic world of your mouth. Together, we are going to explore why a simple piece of spinach can lead to a tooth moving out of its home permanently. Now let us look deeper. You see, in a healthy mouth, the distance between your bone and your gingiva, that is your gum tissue, is a constant, sacred measurement called the biological width. It is like a protective buffer zone that the body refuses to compromise on. Think of it as the no man's land that keeps the peace. But when we get lazy with our brushing or skip the flossing, we invite some unwanted guests to the party. When food gets trapped and stays there, it acts like a beacon for trouble, setting off a chain reaction that Barnaby definitely did not sign up for. When that trapped food sits there, it does not just stay a snack, it becomes a source of irritation. This leads to gingival inflammation, or as we know it, gingivitis. Poor Barnaby's gums are now looking a bit red and puffy, like they have a tiny angry fever. This inflammation is the body's way of sounding the alarm. But here is the kicker: as the food keeps getting forced into that space by chewing, it starts to physically suppress the gingival lining. It is like a heavy weight pushing down on a cushion, forcing the gums to move inferiorly, or downwards, away from their original position. If you do not clear that food out, things get rocky, literally. The trapped food eventually solidifies as minerals from your saliva join the party. This turns it into a hard, crusty substance known as supra-gingival calculus. Think of it as concrete being poured right next to Barnaby's roots. It is hard, it is stubborn, and it is definitely not coming off with a standard toothbrush. Barnaby is starting to feel the squeeze as this calculus begins to build its own little fortress right above the gum line, making it even easier for more food to get stuck later. But the invasion does not stop at the border. Slowly, this calculus begins to creep deeper into the tissues, transforming into sub-gingival calculus. This is the stealthy version that hides beneath the gum line, where you cannot see it. This hardened material is now actively pushing the gingiva even further downwards. It is like a wedge being driven into a crack, forcing the gum tissue to retreat in total surrender. Poor Barnaby is losing his protective blanket, and the gap between his teeth is becoming a permanent residence for debris and bacteria. Remember that sacred, biological width we mentioned earlier? Well, the body has a strict rule: the distance between the gingival lining and the bone must remain constant. So, as the calculus pushes the gingiva lower and lower, the bone is now too close to the border. To maintain that required gap, the bone has no choice but to retreat. This is called bone resorption. It is as if the bone is moving its house further down the hill because the neighbor, the inflamed gum, just moved in too close. It is a defensive move that actually weakens Barnaby's foundation. Now we are in a vicious cycle. Because the bone has moved down, there is now even more space for food to get trapped. It is a sinkhole effect. More food leads to more inflammation, which leads to more calculus, which forces the bone to move even further away. Barnaby is starting to feel like he is losing the ground beneath his feet. What started as a tiny gap has now become a large, cavernous space. Every meal becomes a struggle as Barnaby's basement continues to erode away, and the cycle continues without any signs of stopping. This continues until we reach a very scary stage. Eventually, the bone loss becomes so severe that the gums are pushed significantly inferiorly. Barnaby's roots, which used to be safely buried deep in the soil of the bone, are now exposed to the world. It is like a tree losing the dirt around its base after a massive flood. Without that bone support, Barnaby starts to feel, well, little bit wiggly. He has lost the anchor that keeps him steady, and even the simplest bite of a sandwich feels like he is on a rocking boat in a storm. At this point, we are talking about mobility, If the bone continues to disappear, Barnaby will eventually reach the stage of exfoliation. That is just a fancy dental word for falling out. Without a foundation, a tooth simply cannot stay in place. Imagine Barnaby packing his bags because his house literally dissolved. It is a sad end for a tooth that just wanted to chew some lunch. But don't worry, Barnaby. This whole nightmare is preventable, and even if you are in the middle of this cycle, there is a way to hit the reset button. To stop the cycle and save Barnaby, we need professional intervention. This starts with sub-gingival cleaning. Your dentist or hygienist uses special tools to knock that calculus fortress off the surface of the tooth. It is like a power wash for your pearly whites. This removes the immediate source of irritation and allows the gums to finally take a breath. But remember, the sneaky sub-gingival calculus is still hiding downstairs, and we cannot leave it there to cause more trouble. We have to go deeper to make sure Barnaby is truly safe. Next comes the heavy lifting, sub-gingival cleaning, and root planing. This is where the dentist carefully cleans the area beneath the gum line, smoothing out the roots of the tooth. By making the roots smooth again, we remove the Velcro that bacteria and calculus love to stick to. It is like sanding a rough piece of wood until it is sleek and shiny. Once the area is clean and smooth, the gums can actually begin to reattach and heal. The no man's land is restored, and the bone can finally stop its retreat and stand its ground. And there we have it. Barnaby is back to being a steady, happy molar. The lesson here? Don't let food stay stuck, or your bone might just decide to move out. Proper oral hygiene, brushing, flossing, and regular professional cleanings keeps the biological width happy and your teeth firmly in place. If you have noticed food getting stuck more often, it is time to visit your dentist before the wiggling starts. Thanks for watching, and keep those smiles healthy.
If you're finding this breakdown helpful and want to support our mission here at dentalorb, please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to appreciate the effort we put into these animations, a simple like goes a long way. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss a deep dive into your oral health. And please share this with someone you care about.